I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, the master of my sea. Oh. I was broken from a young age, talking my sucking to the mass and writing my poems for the few that looked at me, took at me, shook at me, feeling me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the. You made me a believer, believer. You break me down, you build me up, believer. Let the bullets fly or let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from. You made me a believer, believer. Third things third, send a prayer to the ones up above. All the hate that you heard has turned your spirit to a dove. Your spirit up above. I was soaking in the crowd, building my rain up in the cloud, falling like ashes to the ground, hoping my feelings they would drown. But I never did, ever let ebbing and flowing, and never did limit until it broke open and rained down. It rained down like. You made me a believer, believer. You break me down, you build me up, believer. Let the bullets fly or let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from. You made me a believer, believer. But I never did throwing it, never did limit until it broke open and rained down. It rained down. You made me a believer, believer. You break me down, you build me up, believer, believer. Let the bullets fly or let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from. You made me a believer, believer.
Hello, my pack, my tribe. Welcome to Ghost Wolf Live. Okay, so, those of you that follow me on Facebook probably already know this. My dog was missing. And, it was honestly one of the scariest moments I've ever had. But she's now home, and she's healthy and happy, and all good things. But Evidently, the lady that turned her in to one of a kind decided that she was going to bash me in one of a kind on Twitter. Now, I'm not mad about that. I'm not. She thought that she was neglected. She thought that her collar was on too tight, which when I saw her last, it wasn't. It's a martingale. If you know anything about martingales, they're actually meant to tighten up a little bit just so that they can't go over the dog's head when you're walking them. But they're also meant to be kind of loose when they're not being walked. And that's how it was when I saw her last before she disappeared. And okay, so I'm going to tell you what happened. She was outside on a lead. You know those steel cable leads? She was out on one of those. And I don't know what they're barking at. They bark anytime strangers go by. Anyways, so she was out on a lead. I was not home at the time. My girlfriend was with them. And when I came home, my little one was there. My Nacho boy was there. And she was gone. As I'm sure you can imagine, I freaked out. I damn near broke my foot trying to get my bike to start so I could ride around the neighborhood and try and find her. And I didn't. And it was scary because the baby girl has had seizures. And I know that some dogs, when they're sick or not doing well, sometimes when they feel like it's their time, they'll run off to go die somewhere. And, you know, me being who I am, I immediately went to that dark place. That was like my first thought. Was that, you know, she got out and went somewhere to die. And I was heartbroken. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. And then I get a call from my boss, actually, saying, guess who's at the adoption center and wants to see you. And I'm like, no way. And I was so happy. I was so happy that somebody turned her in. I was so freaking happy about that. Oh my God. My heart just filled with joy and gratefulness. And so for, you know, if you know who you are, and I'm not going to name names because I don't want to embarrass anybody. I'm not like that. But if you happen to hear this, thank you. Thank you so much. Truly. But you're wrong. And what I mean by that is I don't neglect my dogs. Never have, never will. As for why her collar was so tight, I have a theory about that. and I'll get into that here in a little bit. But just so you know that she's very well taken care of. There are times that I have not eaten so that my dogs will. Because I don't know if you know this, but you don't make a lot of money working for an animal rescue. There's been times when I've suffered because even though she's on meds, she's had seizures, and I don't know if you've ever dealt with that, but you feel powerless sometimes. So here's my theory on what happened. Because when I came home, the lead that she was on was wrapped around this little tree. And we kind of have a little, like, I guess you could say, like, side yard or whatever. And the lead was wrapped around this tree. And I really didn't process it, what that meant, until like the next day. Because I was at work. And I honestly don't know how I made it through my whole shift at work. Like, I couldn't. She was all I could think about. But, anyways, I did somehow make it through my shift. And uh, while I was there at work, somebody had mentioned that dogs in my area have been getting stolen. And after I heard that, like that thought had never even occurred to me, because to me that's like the vilest, most disgusting thing that you could do. You know, I know other people have things that would be in that category, but to me that's like the worst, because you're not just taking somebody's pet, you're taking, you know, somebody's heart, a member of their family. And so I went and I looked at that tree, and she had wrapped around that tree so hard, which she, by the way, she's never done before. But she wrapped around that tree so hard that the tree is scarred. And the only thing I can think of is the only reason she would do that is if she was trying to get away from somebody. I think somebody tried to take her. I think that they got a hold of her, they unclipped her, because the clip wasn't damaged like it would be if she wrapped around the tree and the clip popped. It's completely normal, like it always has been. But I think she wrapped around that tree trying to get away from this person and turned to bite them. And they let go and she ran off. I'm very grateful that she was found and that she was taken care of. But I don't know where her tags went because she had them on. I don't know if they ended up in the person's hand and then they just took off, or I have no idea. All I know is that, regardless of what anybody thinks about me personally, I'm extremely grateful that she's home. Because I love that little girl. And by the way, just so you know, she gives everybody hugs. That's just who she is. As far as her trying to eat out of a trash can, pretty much any dog will do that if they're not, watched. Um, no, okay, maybe not any dog, but a lot of dogs will do that if they're not watched. And she's always had an issue with that, which is why all of our trash cans are um, out of reach for her. But if you're at all interested in seeing how I really treat my animals, seriously, and you hear this, you know who you are. I'm not going to name your name because I'm not like that. But and like I said, I don't want to embarrass anybody. But if you happen to hear this and you're really interested in how I treat my animals, come volunteer at One of a Kind at the clinic, which is where I work, and see firsthand how I treat animals. Because I promise you, it's not what you think. So that's really all I have to say about that, other than thank you so much for turning her in. Bless you for that, really. Alright, that's it. My pack, my tribe, that's all I got for now. Until next time, peace out.